Sports. It's in the game.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. From the Monterey Peninsula, live opening round coverage of the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Blue skies on top of blue waters, right next to one of the prettiest pieces of green grass on this good earth, as we check out the leaderboard here in round one. Luke List is on top. He's off to a good start at 6 under. Meanwhile, our featured golfer in good form coming into this one, fresh off a victory a week ago. This is turning a little to his left.
And that is going to miss the fairway as his opening tee shot is in the rough.
It's okay, not ideal, but manageable from there.
So he should be able to get a full club on this, but the ball below his feet for his second. All right, that's a board, but a lot of green between ball and hole. A birdie putt at 1. We check in with Nota Begay.
Not a ton in this, but you have to hit it firm.
Ooh, good speed there. That'll leave just a couple of feet.
Yeah, I think he knew right away that was never going to get there.
Safely in. It's a par here at first, and he'll stay at even par.
Frank, interestingly, this hole number 2 plays as a par 4 for the U.S. Open. It is a par 5. It's absolutely gettable, and players must take advantage.
Certainly, Rich, off that back tee, really you've got to grab a driver. I know there's bunkers left and right, but the decision is whether that tee shot finishes in the fairway, because if it does, you're going to have a crack at this par 5 and 2. If it doesn't, then you play the layup.
No damage done after missing the first fairway, but he should like this one a little bit better here at number 2. Now, from way down there, a good look at a second to the par 5. Got every bit of that, threw it all the way there and got it to stop. Home in 2 on the par 5. This one just about straight at it for eagle. That one just gonna sneak on by. Okay, no problems there. Finishing off a birdie at number 2. This is a pretty hole, the third. 397 yards, just a gentle dog leg to the left. And you do have the option. If you're longer, maybe you just take it up over those trees and cut the dog leg, leaving yourself very short shot in. Or you can play it out to the right, have a little bit more in, but still certainly with a good chance at birdie. I thought maybe that ball could get through, but instead it's down into the heavy stuff. So from the rough, down the Nota.
Big drive off the third tee, but ball has found this primary rough. Going to be tough to hold the green because everything that hits the surface wants to bounce forward toward the ocean.
It's tough to take an extra club out of that lie, Rich, because it's always in the back of your mind. If you hit it properly, it's going to email the green.
Gave that one everything he had. I mean, really gouged it, and still, it was short. Nicely done. It is a par here at the third. And he'll remain in red figures at 1 under.
Frank, this is where it becomes really obvious where you are. You're at Pebble Beach. There's the Pacific Ocean, and this begins that magnificent 7-hole stretch right along the ocean. A fun hole, not long, 331 yards up the hill. We're at the fourth.
Yeah, and each one of those 7 holes that you referred to, Rich, there's a common theme, which is don't look right. Because that's pretty much the ocean the whole way around. And this one here, that decision has to be made. 330 to the front of the green. If there's a hint of a breeze, you could try and drive it. Otherwise, really, you've got to worry about that pot bunker. It's between 230 and 250 yards. But as I first said, do not go right. Too strong for this hole, eh? Ran out of fairway and into the rough. Big hit, though.
So from the rough, his second here at the fourth. It's about a 60% make percentage from here. This for birdie. Oh my, that singes the right edge, but doesn't go down. Too bad, he's now in that 40% category. Okay, that one finished off. It's a par here at 4, and he'll remain at 1 under par. Here we are at the first par 3 at Pebble Beach. It's the 189-yard fifth. This was redesigned late last century by the great Jack Nicklaus, who has so much rich history here at Pebble Beach. Okay, not taking any chances there. A good, safe play in the middle portion of the green. Birdie putt coming up, and we go to Iona Stephen.
And this is a putt that's probably a little slower than most people realise. Slightly up an incline with a little bit of movement to the left.
Nope. That one finished off. It is a par here at 5, and he'll stay right where he is. Well, this is where the excitement starts to build early in a round at Pebble Beach. I know it's the 6th, but you're coming into possibly one of the greatest stretches in all of golf. This is a 498-yard par 5, goes up the hill, Pacific Ocean in the distance, chance to make an eagle here, and chance to feel really good about where you're headed. This one starting a little left off the tee. Be a little disappointed with that because it lands in the rough and it appears to be fairly thick over there.
Second shot from the rough at the par 5 6th hole. You cannot help but think about what Tiger Woods did here in 2000 on his way to winning the U.S. Open. It was one of the greatest shots in the history of the sport. 7-iron from about 200 yards, thick rough. He just lashed at it, muscled it up the hill. And Roger Maltby, the announcer, said, it's just not a fair fight. He was right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he had to be thinking about making that kind of talent. He possesses the good hands. Beautiful shot right there, and that is an eagle.
Frank, there are certain spots in sport that kind of steal your breath. Starters gate at the Kentucky Derby, home plate at Fenway Park, maybe top of the hill if you ski at Kitzbühel, 7th tee at Pebble Beach. Absolutely is one of those special places.
Just over 100 yards, Rich. It's the ultimate, I don't know, piece of cake. Where that's what it looks like, but then you try and taste it, and you want a little more, and then you realize that you've just bitten off more than you can chew.
Okay, that one's dancing. Now this for birdie.
And a very makeable look here. Not too much undulation at all. Maybe just a slight move to the right.
Oh, yes, indeed. The line there, perfect. It is in for a birdie. And he'll move to within 3 of the lead at 4 under par. We head now to the 416-yard 8th hole, one of the premier par 4s in golf. Fairway wood or long iron off the tee, giving way to a long approach over the cliffs and a yawning chasm below. Oh boy, that has started way left. So after the missed fairway, his second now from the rough at 8.
Well, it just comes up a little shy of the flag, but all in all, a good shot out of that rough.
This one on the slow side as he'll try to get this one close. Nah, got it out there too far. It was trying to come back, but couldn't get there. That one finished off. It's a bogey here at number 8. And he's going to slide backwards to 3 under par.
Frank, you might be tempted to just stare off at the Pacific Ocean. It's right there. But you'd also better have your focus on what is one of the more challenging par 4s in the game.
Yeah, this stretch, 8, 9, 10, demands just not just concentration, but really great shots. The tee shot here has to be struck absolutely flush down that left side. And the reason why, if you look closely, is this fairway, just everything moves to the right. So if you sort of pitch it in the middle of the fairway or the right-hand side of the fairway, it's going to go in the rough and leave you a really difficult second shot. So a great drive here is rewarded.
Nothing to fault there, safely in the fairway. So a breeze at his back as he readies his second to the par 4.
It was a good shot coming in here. I know it's a little long, but still inside that 10-foot circle is always good, and even money, really, to make birdie.
Oh, goodness, that is too bad. That would have been a good birdie, but not to be. Okay, that's in for his par here at the 9th. And that is going to finish off a 3-under front side as they go out in 32. Hope you're enjoying this little stroll along Carmel Bay, and the golf is as good as the view. This 10th hole is 444 yards. I would tell you that it is the widest fairway at Pebble Beach. It is, but it doesn't feel that way because of the way it slopes left to right, and if you're not careful, this one can get away from you and head toward that Pacific. This started toward the left side.
It might be in the rough, but that was absolutely crushed.
So now with the ball below his feet, got to be careful this doesn't go right.
Just too much juicy grass between the ball and the club face. It's always going to come up short out of that sort of light.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here.
Safely in. It's a par here at the 10th. And he'll stay at -3.
Well, this is where Pebble Beach changes significantly. We're going away from the Pacific Ocean now, up the hill toward the forest. Frank, what do you think of the 11th hole?
Well, it's tricky, Rich. Number one, because it's blind, as you've detailed, but uphill and it's sea level, so that tee shot's not going to go that far. There is a run out down that left side, just inside the tree line there. That's about 308 yards, but you're not going to go that far. So really, you have to respect this hole. Just hit a fairway fine.
Boy, a good round going here on this Thursday, and that another fine effort off the tee. A little under 90 yards left here for his second. And this going to wind up on the fringe and not particularly close either. Bit of a misstep there from a pretty good number. Okay, well done. It is a par here at 11, and he'll remain right where he is. And now we arrive at the 202-yard par 3 12. Best to work the ball right to left, landing as softly as possible on one of the firmest greens at Pebble Beach. All right, you take those all day long. On the green, chance for birdie coming up. This now for birdie at 12.
And this has a little bit of uphill to it, working back to the right at the end.
No, kind of underread that one, and it winds up missing below the hole. That one safely in. It's a par here at 12. And he'll stay right where he is.
Frank, the 13th hole doesn't get as much fanfare as some of the more picturesque par 4s here at Pebble Beach. Just curious, what do you think of this 13th hole?
I think it's a good hole, Rich, because it rewards you. You can certainly make three. I remember when Tony Jacklin actually made an eagle here, but it's very easy to mess up. Purely because they added those 3 bunkers in on the right side that start at 260 yards and finish at just over 290 yards. What that has done to this hole is actually shrunk the fairway to just 35 yards wide.
And this, a tee shot that fits the eye, and that'll be just fine. Second shot upcoming with that pin tucked in the front left. Needed maybe half a club more there. As it is, needs to get up and down to save par. Well judged. That is in for par here at 13. And he'll remain right where he is. We arrive now at the 582-yard par 5 14th. It is one of the hardest holes on the PGA Tour, year in, year out. This is a bear.
I don't know about that one. Ball in the first cut. Could have gone a little further down the fairway. But still, hey, what am I saying? In good place now.
This is a 13-footer.
Plenty of pace to get up that slope. It is in for a birdie. And he'll get it now to 4 under par. Just 2 shots off the lead.
Here at the 15th, a good drive, Frank, would be right down the middle. A bad drive would be on 17-mile drive. As scenic as it is, it's not where you want to be, is it? It's out of bounds.
Well, you can't afford to go right. You can't afford to pay for that real estate on the right either. So, yeah, anything down there. And fortunately, it's a downhill tee shot. I know there's sort of 4 bunkers really down the left side, but really it's the pop bunker that has to be avoided.
The rhythm is definitely there today. Another wonderful tee shot. So after a well-placed drive, this is second from short range. Maybe not what you're hoping for from that number, but no damage. It's on the green. A look at birdie here at 15.
Well, and he's had great conversion on putts like this. Even when he's not close to the hole, he's left himself with very makeable opportunities.
Well, that's good touch right there. Okay, a solid par here at the 15th, and he'll remain at 4 under. We now begin one of the most beautiful stretches of finishing holes in all of golf. The march to the sea at Pebble Beach, starting with a 400-yard par 4 16th. Key here, carry the island bunker. Oh no, lost that one dead right. Oh!
Well, that drive was enormous. I know it's in the rough, but that is long.
Ball appears to be sitting up here in the rough at the 16th hole. Decent lie, but you just won't be able to get it to spin. See what he can do now with this, his second shot. This will move to his right for birdie. That a pure roll there. That is down for a birdie here at 16. And he'll move to within a shot of the lead at 5 under par.
Well, here we are, 17th hole, and this is where you can make your mark on the sport. Frank, so much history at this par 3.
It's just a great hole too, Rich. You know, that hourglass-shaped green on the angle. But you're right when you talk about history. You go back to 1972, and this hole played into the breeze. It was a one-iron for Jack Nicklaus. He said one of the greatest shots he ever hit. Actually hit the flagstick, nearly went in. And, of course, one of my favorites is 1982. Tom Watson had missed this green to the left, and the late Bruce Edwards was his caddy. And they were looking for options because they were in such a perilous situation with the US Open on the line. And Watson said, well, what about if I just hole it? And if you look really closely at the footage, as Watson starts to run across the green, he's pointing his finger back at Bruce and saying, I told you so. And then just a few years ago, too, Gary Woodland, he had to chip it on this green and made 3.
Chance now for another birdie.
And he's seemingly had no problem with his reads all round long, so this shouldn't be too difficult.
Yeah, that's a good putt. It is in for par here at 17. And he'll stay at 5 under.
Well, you're not just playing the 18th hole at Pebble Beach, are you? You're taking a moment to soak it all in. Stand on that tee box, look out at the Pacific Ocean, think about what's happened here, who's played this hole, who's made history here. And then you let it rip.
Solid, good drive in the fairway.
I dare say a touch too aggressive, trying to fly it all the way and expect it to hold. It is very ambitious. Look what's happened.
"15 feet away."
That's a good putt there. It's a birdie at 18. And that will be an opening round 66. That's some good playing.
So this a successful day's work, Frank, tied for the lead after day 1.
We look at that leaderboard, Rich, and it's always nice to see nobody out in front. So it's just like an absolute pack. So I'm curious to see what happens over the next 3 rounds.
So for Frank Nobilo, Nota Begay III, and Iona Stephen, I'm Rich Lerner. We'll see you next time on EA Sports PGA Tour Golf.